Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome to a Smalland development update where we are going to be jumping in and checking out one of their newest releases. They've talked about Armour. Now, you guys know my channel very well from Grounded, and a lot of people love my Grounded videos and stuff like that. And what I will say is Grounded is another big game that's going to be on this channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these development reviews and going through and learning a lot more about this game. I've already watched a few of the development updates. I've been following them on Discord for a long time, their Twitter and everything like that, trying to learn as much as I possibly can about this game because I am so interested in it. Now, what I will say is that this video that we're going to be going through and analyzing today comes directly from Merge's YouTube channel. Their developer, all of it. You guys are going to meet their lead developer Kev in this video, and he is going to be the one walking us through a couple things. And while he's walking us through, I'm going to be pausing the video, going through different aspects of things that he's saying, bringing back other things that I've learned about the game so you guys know as much as I know currently about the game. And I'm going to keep on doing these every time they release a new development update. I just thought that what the heck, they released one on Armour a few days ago. Let's hop in and let's check it out. So first off, let's check out what we're looking at right here. This is the beginning to it. This is the Smalland Development Diary number 2. Okay, and they're going to be going through and talking about Armour today. Now, here's Kev.
Oh, hello. My name is Kev. I am the lead designer on Smalland, and today we want to talk to you about Armour Sets. Armour Sets come in a wide variety of styles, allowing you to customize and personalize your character in Smalland.
Okay, so let me take a pause to talk to you guys about that, and I'll move my little face cam so you guys can see what the other one behind me looks like. First off, Kev said that what they're going to be doing in this is not only are the Armour Sets going to affect your play style, but they're also going to affect that you can just change them the way that you want to look. So say you like this helmet with this armor set, or this armor set with these pants and this helmet, or you know, these pants over here and what have you. This is the other one, by the way. There's all sorts of different things that you could do with the armor in the game. Now, each of these are going to be obtained from different bugs in the backyard. He'll go into that in a second, and how you get each one of them is we're going to go into that in just a second as well. So let's continue on and listen a little bit more.
Also, these variants allow you to survive the various different conditions within Smalland. Particularly, they increase your standing against other creatures. When you start, a lot of creatures want to eat you. As you change your armor, some creatures now don't care about you, some may even be scared of you. This means the creatures you've allied with may not want to hang around with you anymore.
Alright, I wanted to pause here because I want to talk to you guys about something else that he just said. He just said that the different ways that you're wearing your armor and the different armor sets are going to change the way all the bugs in the backyard, or not backyard, it's actually a forest, interact with you, okay? And also how you get them. And it's even going to make it so some of them are afraid of you. He said as you emerge into the game. So first off, I want to take a pause and tell you guys a little bit about how your character comes into the game, at least what they've said so far. So far, you are a fairy and you are underground. No idea why you're underground yet. They haven't released that. That's part of the story. But your character emerges from underground, and they're coming into this area to try to trailblaze for your race, for your species, and get the fairies out from underground and back out into the open world. And when you do, you run into all these different bugs. And like he said, when you first come out of the ground, I keep wanting to say into the backyard because I'm so used to grounded, but as soon as you come out, everything wants to eat you. And as you work with all these different bugs and as you work with all this different stuff, you unlock different armor sets, which unlocks different traits and makes different areas that you travel to less hazardous. So there's going to be different areas in the game that are going to be more hazardous than others that you may need these different armor sets for. So it's going to be a bonus to be able to make them all. Let's see what else he's got to say.
By taking on the traits of a creature, it increases your chance of survival, whether it's the weather, the season, or other creatures trying to kill you within Smalland.
All right, pausing here again because I'm very interested about another thing that he said. He's talking about weather and seasons. This is something that a lot of you guys have asked about for a long time in Grounded, that they are actually adding straight into Smallands. Now, I'm not going to keep doing this comparison between Grounded and Smallands, but at the end of the day, Grounded is a fully fledged release game that's still in development, but we still can play it, where Smallands is in development, but we cannot play it. So I'm going to try to make some of these bounce back and forths for you guys, so you guys may understand a little bit more about different things that are going to be within Smallands. Now, what I want to also point out is he said that each faction of bugs is going to have their own armor set, right? So, and they're each going to help you survive better, increase your survivability rate. So, very interesting here as well. Let's continue on and listen a little bit more before I jump into even more information that I know in the background.
Some armors will be easy to obtain, other armors are much more difficult. These may have special properties, like immunity to certain venoms, meaning you can take on other creatures much easier using this armor. One of these armors is the Ghost Ant armor. Now, the Ghost Ants only appear under certain conditions within Smalland. If you work out these conditions, you can find the Ghost Ants and you can work with them and do quests for them. Eventually you can craft the Ghost Ant armor.
Okay, so lots to take in right there as well. So what he was saying is that inside of Smallands, that there's going to be different conditions to meet in order for certain bugs to appear. That's a big thing to take away. That means you're going to have to go and do certain things, maybe quests, maybe time in the game, exploring different areas, unlocking different things, maybe doing a certain thing in the area that you're inside of the game, in order to unlock certain species of ants. Now, what I will say is this is one type of ant. A ghost ant is one type of ant. There are many different types of ants. So if they're saying that this is just one set of armor, there could be dozens of armor sets in this game that are all going to do different things, which would make this game massive. Now, we already know that this game is going to be very big because they've been developing it for a long time and we've seen a lot of stuff about it, but they are going to be adding in all these different things. And also, another key point that I want to point out is the fact that he said you're going to have to do quests for this species of ant. All right, that is so different from what we've seen already in other games. To be able to actually communicate with the different ants and or bugs in this area, in the game that you're going to be playing, fighting, or allying with, to do quests for them, that's crazy cool. Now, I'm going to take a step back away from this for a second to talk to you guys a little bit more about some other things that I learned about from other development sources for this game, aka Development Diary 1, going onto their Discord, reading through other notes that they've put out. So, first off, I'm going to say that there were a set of people that came out before your character came out of the ground. They sent out some first people, trailblazing people, to go out and explore. And what happened is each one of these different fairies went ahead and found a specific bug and allied with that bug to learn more about them. Okay, so how you actually communicate with the bugs is by communicating with this other person. Now, these people have been out for a long, or fairy people, I don't really know what to call them at the moment yet. They haven't released what they're called yet, but they have released out and they've gone out and they've learned the way that each of these bugs survive, whether it's spiders, whether it's bees, whether it's wasps, whether it's ants. These are all different things that they've said are in the game. I've also seen grasshoppers. So there are so many different things in the game that there's going to be a different little fairy guy that goes out to explore and finds each of these different bugs, and you have to go find them and communicate with them. And also, I will add that each of them also, without giving too much away already in this video, each of them also has a different way of living by living with each one of the different species. So it changes the way that you craft your game and set up your settlement of fairies or people that come out of the ground with you, depending on how each one of the different bugs live, which is what these different quests are for you to learn how to do it. All right, so let's continue on and finish up the video, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Ideally, you'll have as many armors as possible to deal with the multiple different situations in Smalland. Or you can just personalize and look your best. It's entirely up to you. Thanks for all the support, and thanks for all the feedback on the last video. Massively appreciated. We'll be bringing you more info very, very soon. In the meantime, stay safe. Please wishlist the game. See you all soon.
Okay, so like he said, getting multiple suits of armor is going to be a very big deal in this game. I'm actually just going to zoom back a little bit here so we could check out these armor sets a little bit more while we're talking about them. And I want to point out a couple different things that I'm seeing from them. Okay, so looking at these sets of armor here and talking about more things that are going to be coming to the game. There is so much that you're going to be able to do, from having different sets of armor to take on different hazards in the backyard, going through, or backyard, it's not a backyard sim, it's forest, what have you, in the game. Going through, finding all these different things, finding these different species of bugs, communicating with them, learning their ways, doing different quests for them, and unlocking their armor sets through these quests. So you're going to have to work with each different type of bug in the backyard, getting it to not want to eat you anymore, and finding different ways to coexist from it. Now, I'm going to point out a couple things that I think these armor sets are. None of it's confirmed, but just by looking at it and analyzing different bugs that I've seen in the game so far, I do believe this one has to do with a bee of some sort, maybe a different kind of ant. Excuse me. This one is obviously the Ghost Ant armor. That's the only confirmed set that we have. This looks like to be some sort of hornet set, especially being how it has wings here. So I'm assuming that this is a type of hornet. And then over here, this looks like either a spider armor set or something else. I'm not really sure. I have to play more and look more into the game. But those are my guesses at the moment, and I cannot wait to learn even more about this game. So I'm going to be keeping up with these development diaries, guys. So make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys like this video. Leave me a comment down below of which armor set you think looks the coolest. And also, if you guys have any other ideas of things that could be coming to Smalland, or if you guys know anything else, I would love to learn more. I want to keep on going, following the development of this game until it is fully released, and then play a game for you. But the last thing I'm going to do is point out a very, very, very small little rounding clip here. So this is on Imager from Ross at Merge. He put this out. It's very bad quality when I zoom in on it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And you guys can see a character actually running around in the back in this area, which looks to be a forest of some sort. It looks to be there's a building right there. So you're somewhere in the game. But guys, this is where I want to leave you. And I hope that all you guys are super interested in Smalland just as much as you guys are in Grounded. I thank you guys all so very much. And I'll see all of you guys in the next one.